Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is May 1st, 2024, and Mamadou Mbacke has suffered a serious injury which could affect his future at the club. Also, Barcelona have put the ball in Ronald Araujo's court, and finally, the club have taken a decision in regards to Robert Lewandowski's future. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and yes, I am still on vacation out of town. This is why I'm bringing you this short live video to keep you up to date on all Barcelona news. This is not a podcast, so I won't be reading your comments out loud or addressing the chat section. This is simply me bringing you all Barca news in a live format since I'm away from my computer equipment, etc., so I cannot be editing and uploading videos. Anyways, having said all of that, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Now, let's begin with the news, and this time we're going to begin with bad news because Mamadou Mbacke has suffered a serious injury. Now, Mamadou Mbacke had become incredibly important for Barca Athletic under the guidance of Rafa Marquez. He's pretty much been the leader of Rafa Marquez's defense, making that great duo next side to Mika Fai. And the two of them have been absolutely unstoppable, helping Barca Athletic reach the heights that they're currently in, where they are fighting for a promotion to second division. But unfortunately, Mamadou Mbacke has now suffered a serious injury where he has completely torn a ligament in his left ankle. And as a result, he will need surgery, which means that he will be out for quite some time and that his season has unfortunately come to an end. Now, this has two negative side effects or two negative effects. The first one is, of course, that Rafa Marquez will now not be able to count on Mamadou Mbacke in his fight to get promoted from third to second division. And the second one is that this could seriously impact the future of Mamadou Mbacke at the club. Now, Mbacke is currently on loan from Los Angeles FC in the MLS. It's a one-season loan. There's an option to buy worth 4 million euros. Given how good Mbacke was doing with Barca Athletic, Barcelona were considering paying those 4 million euros. But of course, there were doubts because, first of all, Barcelona have a lot of center backs, as we already know. And the second reason why Barcelona were doubting this was because it was 4 million euros and Barcelona were not sure whether they'd be willing to spend 4 million euros on a player who most likely is going to play in Barca Athletic only, again, because the surplus of center backs on the first team. But despite those doubts, Barcelona were still seriously considering paying the 4 million euros for Mamadou Mbacke in order to keep him. But now with this serious injury, it's starting to look like Barcelona will not be paying those 4 million euros, and then Mbacke could be returning to Los Angeles. Now, of course, no final decision has been made, but it is looking that way because, of course, to pay 4 million euros on a player that's going to stay with Barca Athletic and on a player who you don't know how he's going to recover from the surgery, whether he's going to go back to his old self or whether he's going to suffer, like Ansu Fati, it is a big risk. So it's not looking like Barcelona will be willing to pay those 4 million euros in order to keep Mbacke, which is an absolute shame because he was absolutely shining under Rafa Marquez. Now, speaking of defenders, it's time to talk about Ronald Araujo because Barcelona have officially put the ball in his court. Now, you might ask, what exactly do I mean? Well, we know that Barcelona are currently in negotiations with Araujo in order to extend the captain's contract. Of course, Araujo's contract expires in 2026. Barcelona want to extend that contract. Plus, they do want to give him a salary increase because Araujo is not earning as much as he's supposed to, because when he previously renewed, he agreed to renew with a low salary given the club's financial situation. So Barcelona, not only do they want to extend his contract past 2026, they also want to increase his salary in order to reflect his actual worth to the club. Now, Barcelona and Araujo have been in negotiation for quite some time. There's been a lot of back and forth. Of course, Barcelona have made it very clear that they want to keep Araujo. Araujo has said on multiple occasions that he wants to stay in Barcelona. But despite that, there has been no agreement reached. So now Barcelona have decided to put the ball in Araujo's court by sending Araujo and his agent an official offer for the contract extension plus an increase in salary, by letting them know, hey, you're very important to us. You're a cornerstone of the project. We want to keep you. But now here's the offer. It's up to you to decide whether you want to stay or not. So if you do leave, this is going to be 100% on you, because we've done everything on our part. We've let you know how important you are. We've let you know that we want to keep you. We've given you a contract extension. We've given you a salary increase. Now it's all up to you to whether to accept it or reject it and go somewhere else. So Barcelona have now put the ball completely in Araujo's court. It will be up to the player whether he accepts this extension or rejects it and ends up leaving, because Barcelona, after all, only want players who are 100% sure about staying at the club and about being part of the project. They don't want players who have doubts. So Barcelona putting the ball completely in Ronald Araujo's court. Now, speaking of renewing, extending, selling, etc. players, let's talk about Robert Lewandowski, because Barcelona have made a decision in regards to the Polish striker's future. Now, there has been a lot of talks about what to do with Lewandowski, because he does have two more years on his contract. His contract is, of course, an ascending one, which means that his salary gets higher with every season. The first season that Lewandowski was at Barcelona, he earned 10 million euros net. This season, he will earn 13 million euros net. Next season, that will go up to 16 million euros net. That's 1/6. And of course, that's net. That means Barcelona end up paying twice, so around 32 million euros gross, because half of it goes to taxes. So this has become a big problem for Barcelona, because it's an incredibly high salary that Barcelona cannot afford, because Barcelona right now are trying to cut their wage bill. They're trying to cut their expenses. They also need to reinforce the squad come this summer. And a salary this big, as big of Lewandowski's, it has become an economical obstacle for the club. And that is why there's been some talks about what to do in regards to Lewandowski. And now Barcelona have made a decision, which is that they will respect Lewandowski's wishes. They're not going to force him out, because as you might recall, right after the Valencia match, when Lewandowski scored that hat-trick, he made it very clear that he wants to finish his 2 years of contract. He wants to stay in Barcelona. He's happy in Barcelona. It's reported that his wife is also very happy in Barcelona. She's about to open an academy in the city of Barcelona. So Lewandowski wants to stay at the club. He wants to finish his contract, and Barcelona have decided that they don't want to force him out. They're going to respect his wishes to stay. However, they would like to sit down with the Polish striker in order to try to negotiate a salary decrease. Now, of course, this is going to completely depend on Lewandowski himself. The player does have a contract, so there's nothing Barcelona can do. In order for Lewandowski to reduce his salary, he's going to have to, voluntarily do so. So we're going to have to wait and see whether Lewandowski does that or not. But for now, Barcelona are going to have decided to keep the Polish striker. They would prefer that he reduces his salary. We'll see whether it happens or not. Anyways, that is all the news for today. Again, I'm still out of town. I uploaded a video earlier, about 10-15 minutes ago. Make sure to check it out. Lots of news in there. I should be back home this weekend. By then, I'll be back in my YouTube studio. So I'll be doing podcasts again. I'll be doing post-match analysis again. I'll be actually editing my videos once again, but I will be home soon. Anyways, I will leave you to it. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.